Welcome to the intermission show here on Media One. After 40 minutes, it's 2-1 Barrie. I'm Jeff Albanese, and I'm joined by the Director of Scouting for the Plymouth Whalers, Mike Sadler. And first of all, Mike, Game 7 here, it's electricity. What are your thoughts so far?
This is what it's all about. You know, like on paper, we shouldn't be in the same rank with the Barrie Colts. I mean, they're an experienced team. They're a very talented team, but it's a credit to Peter and the kids. And Steve Spott and the rest of the coaching staff. I mean, they've done a tremendous job.
The scout, what do you look for in the players?
Well, basically, the first thing I look for, believe it or not, is show me a kid that comes to play. You know, show me a kid that works hard. You know, for example, on our team, a guy like a Robbie McBride. I mean, Robbie's not the most talented guy, but you can never accuse Robbie of cheating him. Obviously, you got to have a minimum skill level, but I think people who watch us play realize that our game is built on speed and skill. And, you know, Stephen Weiss is a skilled player, for example. And but the bottom line is that night in, night out, the Plymouth Whalers show up to play, and that'll take you a long way.
Coming over from Ottawa in a trade, Chris Cava's physical play and toughness on the blue line has helped make the Whalers one of the top defensive teams in the league.
There's a lot of guys I wish they had my size and physical play out there on the ice, and that's my job, and that's what I do best.
Welcome back to the intermission show. After 40 minutes, it's 2-1 Barrie, and the next period is going to be all for everything in the books and all the marbles, so to speak, as you use the old cliches. 20 more minutes away from crowning the OHL champion.
We're back as our second intermission winds down. We're going to take just a moment or two here very quickly. Look back at the goal scored in that second period, and it went in favor of the Barrie Colts.
A turnover in the defensive zone. That's what I talked about, execution. The Barrie Colts capitalized on this turnover. The scrum along the left wing boards in the offensive zone. Cole Jarrett tries to knock it into the corner. Justin Williams pokes it down low to Andre Robichaud. Being pressured by Schvidtke, puck goes right to the stick of Henderson. He scores 2-1 Barrie. That's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. Shots on goal in that second period favored the Plymouth Whalers by a margin of 12-9 for a two-period total of 20-17.
And the Whalers go after this loose puck as it dribbles back in their zone. Jared Newman. Or Bernarski back to Newman again. Newman threw it up on the right side. Nobody there. Coming back to pick it up at center. Brought it in on the left side this time. Loose puck picked off by Robichaud. Drives it in the zone. Goldie comes in, picks it up, brought a centering pass out. Right back the other way. Robichaud steps into this with a shot. Going down to block that one nicely with Keith. Still in the zone, and it's going to be ruled another glove ahead, and that's 3 of them against the Whalers tonight. And they turn it back up ice. Here's Jedashitsky in over the line with a shot. The save made, the rebound.
Had a quality scoring chance as he goes around. Robichaud, who was going to the bench on a line change at the last minute, saw Jedashitsky coming in. Kaiser, the lone Whaler, back. And then Jedashitsky takes the shot, picks up the rebound, and then sends it right through the back door on the opposite side of the ice.
Passing back off the stick of Hendrick up the line. Kava tried to...
In a lot of pain. Not a whole heck of a lot more damage he could do. That's why he was cleared to play once he was fitted with a brace. Down in the corner, Sturma going in after Henrik. Makes contact with Henrik and falls awkwardly to the ice. The Whalers trailing Barrie 2-1 here. Third period action, Game 7 of the OHL Championship Series. Colts have all 3 of the shots in this, all 4 of the shots here in the third period, doing a good job bottling up the Whalers' offense. The Whalers team banging their sticks on the boards as Damian Sturma is headed off to the Whalers clinic.
Time as he works it off the boards for Henderson. Henderson looks to get by. 2-on-1 and over the line. Henderson for Beak with a shot. He scores!
They've got to get something going and fast. Flowing past Cava. At the blue line is Mike Henderson. Henderson, great pass to Verbeek, and bang. Beats Robs up cleanly on the stick side. Nice pass from Henderson. There's the shot, and it beats Robs up on the blocker side.
That's knocked down in front by Henderson. Comes back to the line. Robichaud. He tees up a drive, dribbles through. 3 chances at it. Finley still can't find it. comes to the corner, but not close. Let's go downstairs. Jeff Albany. Jeff?
All right, guys, real quick note on Damian Sturma going in for that hit. He tweaked his knee a little bit. Skate got caught awkwardly, but as you can see, he's back there on the ice, and he's ready to go for the rest of the third. Back upstairs to you guys.
Corner. Sean Fisher now in control. Fisher for Nistis. Right through center ice for McBride. Rob McBride works his way in over the line. Kirka went for the front of the net. Passes behind him. Here's Nistis who scores!
Well, there's the goal the Whalers needed to get right back in this hockey game. And it comes as they work the puck off of the left wing side. George Nistis. Bobby McBride, the pup line comes in off the left side. Around Nick Robinson, shovels into the front of that. Kirka fans on it. And then a collision in front. Nistis goes to the net. There it is. And in through the legs of Finley. Plymouth is back to within 10:32 of the third period. And we got a one-goal hockey game again as Plymouth right through the wickets. George Nistis. And again, it's a one-goal deficit. The Barrie Colts have called a timeout with 9:28 to go here in the third period.
John, Rob McBride made that play happen, and Mike Sadler, the scout, said in the break, when Jeff Albanese talked to him during that second intermission, he's one of the hardest workers on this team. He may not have the numbers to show for it, but that was an outstanding job by McBride. And Williams, he sidesteps for Beacon, throws it in. Finley steered it off the board. Sturma gets there, throw it right out front. Just missing, right out the backside. That shot comes through, knocking it down in front. It's loose for Sturma. He can't get the stick. Here comes Williams on Henderson this time. Henderson in the corner. He's tied up, coming back to the line. Fisher threw it back to Williams, far side, looking for the point. Kaiser went with the shot. Verbeek knocked that one down. Henderson having all kinds of trouble clearing it out. Whaler still up with it. Here's Koprzynski with a shot, and a save made by Finley. Dropping it down into the slot. It's going to be finally cleared by Reitz. Knocking it down, can't control it at center ice. Here comes Weiss, skates it over the line, fakes the shot, tries to move his way in, centering pass, Fitzgerald. Tried to pull it back onto his stick. Fitzgerald takes a look, brings it out, Fisher with it, dive, and pushes it wide. Looking for the empty net, not going to get it here. Zepp comes out to play it, poked away. Zepp gets back in his crease, picking it up. This time Sturma trying to get the pass. Here's Verbeek, score!
The Barrie Colts are going to win the Robertson Cup. And the stand's starting to empty here, but no reason for the Plymouth Whalers to hang their heads. It has been an outstanding season here for a team that was not expected to make the playoffs.
The Barrie Colts starting the celebration now, as they can almost feel it. With 16 seconds to go, no reason for any of the Plymouth Whalers to be holding their heads. It is indeed a tough loss, but it has been a great season for this young team and the coaching staff. And of course, the Barrie Colts looking for their opportunity to go for the Memorial Cup next weekend. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. The Colts are off the bench and all over the netminder, Brian Finley, the 1999-2000 OHL playoff champion. On-ice presentation of the trophy. Down is at a cell phone. I wonder who they're talking to. Mom and Dad back home. Maybe they couldn't make the trip. Letting them know. Maybe talking to the head coach.